inequalities impact assessment would show this, but has not yet been completed. A significant weakness in TSA report. So I would really ask you, Jess, whether or not you would accept this as a significant weakness, because obviously your proposals are really carried out and written down without actually the health and equality impact assessment. Would you accept that as a significant weakness in a point actually in your proposal? Yes or no? Actually, I think that's the answer.
So no, I don't, on the basis of that's the question, because we are doing a health quality impact assessment.
It wasn't available at the bottom.
So I'll try and answer that and get through the answer quickly. I don't think so, no, on the basis of your question. We are doing a health quality impact assessment. We couldn't do that health quality impact assessment until there was a draft set of recommendations, because there would have been nothing to assess. Now, there's been lots of conversation about this. We did scope out what was in the health quality impact assessment in the draft report. That work is now ongoing. Again, that rightly is being done separately to me. It's not my assessment. The assessment, quickly I'll finish, that assessment needs to then form part of what we submit, and we need to reflect on it. Because of the process that we're in, I cannot share something on that before it was prepared. It has to be prepared for me to put it forward into the final report. Therefore, it will be available publicly, but I do appreciate it will not give people in this room, or indeed in the general public, an opportunity to contribute to it. I cannot change that because the way the system is set up.
The disagreement with you that your proposal actually will not improve the care of Lewisham people. In fact, it's still opposite, really.
Okay, so I've answered the question about health quality impact assessments and what is important. In terms of it being adversely affecting clinical care, I've looked to Andy and Jane as the clinicians here to give a view on that. You've asked me my opinion, and I don't believe that is the case, but it's important that Andy and Jane give you a view.
Tim? Sorry, just on the question about submissions, and I know we've discussed how this online submission process has worked. There have been some excellent clinical submissions from our clinicians to yourself and various lead groups. How will they play a role in your report? And it's not, I guess, if you're going to say to me, I will read them and then infer what I will, that's not good enough. I want to know if these will go to the Secretary of State, because they found they're a very strong clinical argument against what you're proposing.
So, we have to include in the final report a document that incorporates the responses that we received. Can I include absolutely every single thing? It would be, I don't believe it would be an accessible document in that, because we have received an awful lot. We have received some very good examples and some very comprehensive responses. Some of them from this area, some of them from elsewhere, to be fair. We need, I think, to be able to demonstrate the full extent of them and give examples of what we received. If we try and put absolutely every single piece of paper in, it will actually undermine what you're hoping for, because it'll get lost.
I guess
so I think we will be able to include some of those, and we will definitely be referring to the has every single thing. And just quickly to add, I know you don't want to say I've read them and I'll consider it, but it is important that people feel that people have written to me that they know that I have actually read all of those, and I spoke to Tony on the way, and he said to me this afternoon, I've identified it, I've seen it, I haven't read it through in detail yet, but this evening on the way home I will do exactly that.
It's difficult to appreciate that you've actually considered it when you get a standard response with just the name changed and all the text is the same. But anyway, that's my point.
But hang on a minute.
My point is this.
Hang on a minute. You can't just throw that into the room and then not expect it to respond. We are receiving a huge amount of data, like you say. It would not be appropriate for me to personally respond to every single email.
Can we have some influence into which of our letters to you that you include to the Secretary of State? We're not asking that you include all of them, but I believe there are a few that are very well clinically sound.
If you as a body want to identify to us a small number of items that are particularly important, there's no reason why they can't be specifically looked at. So I don't understand how we're planning for the Ipsos piece to be finalised, because we're still in that process. But what we need to be careful on is it doesn't become so large that, as I say, it detracts from some of the point.
I mean, the other thing is, feel free to write to the Secretary of State.
We have.
I know. So you don't need us to channel your thoughts to him. But yes, we will absolutely cover the responses from this part of South East London as well as others in the consultation report.
Just a point. The consultation document, I thought quite angry when I read it. I think it misrepresents what's happening at the moment.
Yes.
There's a lot of misleading stuff that was written about the standard of medical care currently provided, things like consultant not available, track the consultant down. Really, as far as I'm concerned, inflammatory language about a group of clinicians who take the job very seriously and are very conscientious and do provide an after-hours service at the moment without the council. And I think that was very badly written, and written deliberately to sway the public who don't know how
Gross propaganda it was.
Yes.
This is chapter 9.
I'd like to point out is I was at an engagement meeting about obstetrics and I've never felt more disengaged in my life. One, people were frankly rude that we'd actually turned up. They were unhappy with the number of people from Lewisham who went. Secondly, when we had the roundtable discussions, the information that was given to the group to make decisions about obstetric services was incorrect as far as I'm concerned, and a lot of the obstetricians agree. The predictions of the number of births that are going to have in this area, the current provision of service, the woman facilitating on my table didn't even know the current state of neonatal intensive care in that region. So people were asked to make decisions with the incorrect information. And it's got to be flawed, any sort of process like that.
Well, I mean, thank you for those observations. We did capture those conversations, and that is probably part of the process. In terms of, I just want to say one word around the numbers of births, both here in Lewisham and across South East London. We have gone back and back and back and back and back to trusts and asked them to confirm what their actual deliveries are now. And I think we have landed in a place that everybody is content with, so we've been doing a lot more work over this last few weeks. In addition, we have gone back and back and back to the data around the predictions for births, and we are using the highest predictor, the number that is predicting the highest number of births going forward for the next 3 to 5 years. So we've clarified that again and again and again in the last few